Yes, I'm here to get to the film Dreams, directed by Akira Kurosawa, released in the 1990. And I had a few viewings of this overall. My last one was just quite magnificent. This is just the perfect piece of modern folklore, which just plays 8 stories, which are very like surreal and anxiety-inducing both at once, as it meditates intensely on themes of just a love letter, being like what does it be a foundation of love, a universal love letter, in a lot of ways. And the way that Kurosawa depicts all of this is ultimately precious, horrifying, and brilliant all at once. Like this is just the perfect link into Kurosawa's conscious and just an extreme level of sensitivity. It's like he kind of has been in this colorized depiction that is just like in the 70s. He kind of built this foundation. In the 80s, he really just laid some of the greatest films ever made with Kagemusha and Ron. This is almost like a calm aftermath of all that. This is a lot calmer, no less. I think he was looking at a lot of like themes like apocalyptic atmosphere with his previous few projects, and this one is just very much like a calm oasis. While he's kind of like pondering a lot of fears in the apocalypse in a lot of ways. He's just ultimately hoping and wishing desperately for a good life, good health, preserving good health, good family for the world around him. And he kind of just is like a depiction of this ultimate finding a fundamental peace and understanding. And this is just, again, this film just flows like a beautiful work. And I mean, one of Martin Scorsese's greatest cameos. He plays Vincent Van Gogh, the painter. And it's like his characterization here is just magnificent. He's just like, just kind of in the moment, really. I mean, this is all just extremely surreal, just beautiful. And my last viewing, again, this is like one of my favorite anthology films I've ever made. It's just dreamlike, trance-inducing, you could say, in a lot of ways. And I really felt that the color schemes and the cinematography here just really, and all these shots just really washed over. It's just some of my favorites of all time. All 8 of these stories are just a lot of weight. I feel like I've done like a screenplay recital of this quite recently, and I think that alone just kind of washed over a lot of mystique. It's just, like I'm just still pondering a lot, still taking in a lot of what this is going through. It's just so the spirit and the essence of this is just so just insane at conveying something of a post-apocalyptic universe, and all these scenes are masterfully depicted in colorization. I mean, this is just simply incredible from start to finish. It's very strange and very surreal, but ultimately it just lands as a complete dreamy masterpiece. This is just one of the best visually I've ever seen. I think really ever. I think this just might go down time with, again, this 80s Kurosawa's 80s stuff. It's just one of the most timeless things I've ever seen. All these stories are just incredible. I really can't wait to rewatch this. So this just strongly recommended.